Thank you very much, YB Hairi.
Yes. May I answer that?
Yes, 3 minutes, yeah?
Thank you. Right. I'll tell you where the fraud lies with this 42,000. It's with the lame excuse of the EC that they cannot do anything about it. That's not true. EC is busy removing and adding, let me tell you. Okay? And what they rely on, they say Rule 25(2)(g), which gives them the power to do it. Oh, we can't do it because it may violate the Constitution. So on the one hand, they violate the Constitution when they allow phantom voters and, illegal immigrants, etc. to be registered. Then when it comes to removing, they suddenly are coy and respectful of the Constitution. Now, let me tell you, under the law, Regulation 13 gives them the power, let me read it quickly, that they're supposed to revise the supplementary roll once in every 3 months. For the purpose of revising the supplementary roll, and to determine whether a person is there is a procedure. They actually have to make either a house-to-house or other inquiry, or he sends a notice and requiring information. And if he doesn't get information back within a specific period of time, he's entitled to strike out. Why are they not using that? Why are they hanging on and saying it's... And you notice they only talk about the 42,000. What about the 3 million? I disagree that they can't do it. They're liberally doing it. Have you read cases of people who are... Is that it? No. Have you read cases of people who have voted and suddenly they're not on the roll anymore? How's that happening? How's that happening? Have you read cases of people overseas who never registered to vote and suddenly find their names on the list? Have you heard of those cases too? So what is the EC talking about? And I want an answer to all the other issues that have been raised by researchers in this area. It took 3 months to do that research. All those figures are formidable figures, and that's the tip of the iceberg. All I ask for is this. This is all I ask for. Put us in a room with the EC, and all MPs sit down, and then let us fight it out. We are ready to do that. Yesterday, we had a debate. And we invited the EC. Bersih was there. The EC didn't turn up. Probably short notice, to be fair. But they didn't turn up. It's a shame, because we would have thrashed it up yesterday. But that's what I asked for. Now, sorry. Am I done? I'm trying to answer, because they've talked about fraud. I need to tell you about fraud. The PSC recommended a Royal Commission of Inquiry into Sabah. What do you think that's about? That's about fraud. That's about phantom voters. Don't tell me there's no fraud.
Alright, thank you very much, Dr. Just before you go ahead, I'd just like to remind the audience, please refrain yourself from clapping or cheering while the speaker is speaking. Right? It's cutting time. It's cutting time for both of them. Alright, so, Hairi, sorry, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Dato' Amiga. Let me just address, I think we have to disagree with this point, but let me just address why the EC will not use that power. Precisely because of those 1,248 cases which appeared suddenly, which appeared as legitimate cases. And you can't dismiss that. You can't dismiss that. If you strike them off the list without even giving them a chance to come forward, and the EC, by the way, has given an assurance to continue to look for them. And one way of looking for them is also to allow them to vote, because many of these people have continued to vote. And it's just the only mistake that they've done. The only mistake that they've done is not updated the identity card. Now, let's go to some of your other concerns, okay? And I'll end by addressing your point about the EC. Let's go to some of your other points. Now, this is based on your flyer. You say that 31,000 voters have been transferred from their constituencies. Now, that is the figure given by the opposition. I'm saying that when SPR did this study, 19,342 cases were transferred in a sense that their locality was corrected. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example which addresses two issues. This is very crucial because it's mentioned in this flyer. The first is that 31,000 voters have been transferred out of the 2008 state and parliamentary constituencies without their consent, including the incumbent Chief Minister of Selangor, who was transferred out of his own state, Tan Sri Khalid. Yeah? This particular case is very instructive. Tan Sri Khalid registered as a voter on the 1st of January 1985 using his then Petaling Jaya residence, Jalan 16/2, Petaling Jaya, which makes him a PJ Selatan voter in Dun Bukit Gasing, if I'm not mistaken. In 2004, the SPR, the Election Commission, implemented a new system which is called the Electoral Geographic Information System. In normal speak, that's basically Google Earth, where they wanted to correct the locality. If you've been down Jalan Dato' Abu Bakar, from the Civil Service Golf Club down to the Castel roundabout to PJ section 16, don't shake your head. You will know that all the houses on the right going towards PJ are Petaling Jaya. All the houses on the left, where University Malaya are Wilayah Persekutuan. You know why? Go on Google Earth tonight. The border is on Jalan Dato' Abu Bakar. Yang Mak Muhammad Tan Sri Khalid's house is on the left. Jalan 16/2 is on the left. When they computed it in 1985, they put it in, the clerk said Jalan 16/2 must be Petaling Jaya. But when you look at Google Earth, when they corrected it, he is in Wilayah Persekutuan. Now, I fault the EC for one thing, not for correcting the locality, but for not informing Tan Sri Khalid. Now, EC informed all the political parties in the relevant constituencies where there were corrections of locality, but they did not inform the voter. And we told the EC, that's crazy, you must inform the voter, which they are doing now. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not transferring of voters. This is looking on Google Earth and realizing the border is actually on the road, his house is in Wilayah Persekutuan. And coming back to the 3 million voters, ladies and gentlemen, if a man like the Menteri Besar of Selangor has not even changed his voting address, I can tell you for a fact that he doesn't live in Jalan 16/2 anymore. He lives in Shah Alam, Menteri Besar's residence. Before that, he lived in Bukit Damansara. He is no longer a resident voter. He himself has moved out. If he himself has not bothered to change his address, what more already are we?
Alright, thank you very much. Right.